finding that your games are just a little too easy? Well, fear not, because here comes Weapon of Choice, an Xbox Live community game, meaning that it's an independently developed title. And as such, it's not rated by the ESRB, but I would probably rate it as a teen rating. It's not vulgar, and it's not really overly violent, it's just perfect. Now, the game's creator is named Nathan Fdup, and his resume includes every single Ratchet & Clank game for PlayStation 2 and 3, and the original Resistance. With a resume like that, you pretty much get the feeling this guy should know what he's doing. Alright, Weapon of Choice is a 2D side-scrolling shooter that harkens back to the days of the Contra series and classics like Gunstar Heroes. I believe there's a little bit of Turrican thrown in there as well. Now, the goal is to, well, quite simply blow the crap out of everything you see. He literally tells you in the game to never stop shooting. Why, you ask? Well, because, well, if you do stop shooting, you'll probably regret it. Now, if you look around on this screen here, you'll notice there is absolutely no health bar and no limit to your ammo. That means you have unlimited ammo, but not unlimited health. You see, it only takes one hit for your character to fall, and upon falling, it takes you back immediately to the character select screen, and you have to make the decision of which one you'd like to continue with. It'll launch you back into the game in a rocket that explodes quaintly and takes out every enemy in the vicinity, and it is up to you to rescue your fallen comrade. Should you fall a second time throughout the level, however, you will have to make the choice of which comrade you'd like to end the level with, thus rendering the other comrade useless for the rest of the game. In an interesting decision, Nathan Fdup decided that it would be a good idea if you had branching in this game instead of just a linear experience. And I think it was a good decision indeed. You see, when you start the first level, if you go left, you actually end up on a different boss than you would if you go to the right. If you go to the right, you can actually go up or down, and you can end up on different levels that way. It makes for a lot of variety, and it's really interesting how it works. Also, you only start out with a handful of characters to choose from, but as you progress through the levels, you'll encounter more and more fallen comrades that you can rescue and use on subsequent playthroughs. This again adds to the replay value of the game and really just gives it a fresher feel. Now, every character is equipped with 2 weapons. They have their own specialized weapon, which has its own specialized attacks, and they have the standard fare automatic rifle. Also, every character is equipped with a spider pack that allows them to grip onto the walls and climb up or down them as they please. And they're also equipped with their own double jump technique. One of the characters actually clones herself and doubles her firepower in the process. Another one shrinks himself to miniature size, and he's able to take out enemies a little easier that way. This game relies on the decisions that you make instead of making decisions for you, and that's really one of the key things that makes it so enjoyable. The shooting is actually similar to Geometry Wars or Super Stardust HD in that it's all completely analog control. You don't actually press any buttons and aim with the left stick. You move with the left stick and aim with the right stick. This way you can solely concentrate on your movement apart from your shooting. It actually works a lot better, in my opinion, than a lot of these other 2D shooters that force you to hold down a button while you're shooting. One of the key tools in this game is something called death brushing. And basically all it is it goes into a slow motion effect and allows you to dodge out of the way of whatever it is that's about to kill you. Without this mechanic, the game would really almost be unplayable, because it's really helpful whenever you get in a tough spot. You really need to take advantage of it and be aware of your surroundings. That way you can use it to its fullest potential. Now, as noted before, the game is in 2D, and it is absolutely gorgeous to look at. All the grass, when you run over it, squishes under your feet, as you can see. Everything in the background is living and breathing, and it really, really helps sell the environment that you're in. This game actually proves 2D graphics done in HD can be fantastic looking, and it's really a shame that more developers, more big-name developers at that, don't put out 2D games in this fashion. Now, as much as this game gets right, there are a couple of nagging issues that I have with it. First of all, the frame rate can actually dip really, really low and actually hinder gameplay at times, I feel. It still runs smoothly, and you can still control just fine. It's not a game-breaking issue. However, there was one game-breaking issue I found. On the second level, if you go to the left, you had better hurry up and get to the other side of this monster, because if you do not, this happens. And as you can see, I could not get out of the wall. I actually had to restart the game completely. Overall, I'd highly recommend that you purchase Weapon of Choice because it's only 400 Microsoft points, or $5 US. There are no achievements, but you know what? Who really cares? It gives a lot of replay value, it keeps track of your time through every level, so there's a lot of time attack potential, and it's overall just a great time. So, if you're looking for something to kill some time off of Xbox Live, you don't even have to go to a store to buy it. Just download this game. It's 400 Microsoft points, $5, and for $5, this game is an absolute steal in my opinion.